This is CNEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, exciting day for you. Two new Eagles come into the program. C.J. Bussey out of Toledo, Ohio, and Sawyer Williams out of Owens County High School in Kentucky. What do these two players add to your program that looks to be pretty strong next year with 5 starters back?
Well, both of these guys we feel like meet needs that we established, that we saw, after this season in particular. CJ's a guard, combo guard. We think he will give us depth at the point, compete for minutes at the point. He potentially could either slide to the 2. He's a tough kid. He can defend. He can shoot the ball. He can get the ball to the paint off the dribble, and he really fits well just on a personal level with our kids. We watched how he functioned when he was on his visit, and he just fit in really good with those guys we already have. Sawyer is a bigger kid. He's actually he's going to be transferring in from Morehead State University, but he's got 4 years of eligibility left. He's a unique kind of guy. He's sort of like Clark Kent Superman type, where he comes in and you really straightforward, nice kid, sort of quiet. But then when you turn the lights on, it's ready, time to compete. He takes on this other persona where he's ready to rip your head off to get his job done. He's not confused about where he plays. He wants to be in there in the mix, 15 and in, fighting and scratching and clawing. So we think he'll bring some toughness and some depth to us around the basket. So both these kids again meet very specific needs, and we think both of them fit really well with the kids we already have.
You talk about fitting and chemistry. Just how unusual, different will this next season be? A solid core group back, but you also get a couple of potential starters back in Corbin Jackson and Kevin Leatherwood, who rode the pine for most of last year with injuries.
Right. I mean, you're losing a Colin Crane and a Marcellus Perez, 2 guys that were instrumental in helping us continue to build this program. But Kevin Leatherwood and Corbin Jackson, both out with injuries. Both those guys have played a lot of basketball here and have played really well here. So getting them back, you lose 2 seniors, then you gain these 2 kids back, along with, arguably 5 kids that started a lot for you. Mm-hmm. We're very excited about just the depth we feel like we could potentially have, and especially depth that has experience, at sort of an aged depth, I guess.
You talk about Sawyer Williams being a bit of a scrapper. How important is it to have a kid in that role, at least to claw and fight, and be a bruiser sometimes?
Well, Corbin, you got Corbin. Corbin's a long, lanky athlete. I mean, he gets stuff done, does stuff well. You got Cody, a bigger kid, got size. He really likes to be facing that basket a lot. He likes to be floating and more of a finesse type. You got Carson Brooks, who just, that guy's got unbelievable potential. Yeah. He's had great workouts this spring, and the sky's the limit for him. But he's a tough physical kid, maybe a bit undersized, but still tough physical. And then you have Sawyer, and Sawyer's a 6'7", 6'8", 210-pound forward type that just, like I said, he's sort of unusual because when you meet him, he's got a very relaxed demeanor and just a real sort of quietness to him. But I'm telling you now, when you turn on the lights, something happens. There's I don't know, but he a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of deal where he's ready to go to war with whoever as long as they want to go. So that's just going to be a neat thing to have with that extra depth and quality depth, and so we're gonna build with that.
Can you compare CJ's style of play to any current Eagle?
No, he's sort of unique. I mean, you got a Jared Johnson, who's played a lot for us, who plays he's a Northeastern kid, a Massachusetts kid, and he plays like a Big East type guard, that tough, physical, put your shoulder down. We joke all the time. He leads us in rushing. He just puts his head down and goes. But then you have a Jay Lane, a freshman who redshirted this past year, and Jay is a tough, physical guard that can jump up and shoot it from 23 feet, but he can also attack the rim. He's a kid who doesn't even understand how athletic he really is, hasn't embraced his athleticism yet. We're working with that. But then CJ, I mean, he might be the quickest of those 3. He shoots it very well. Again, he can get in the paint. I think he sort of has maybe the best attributes of both Jay Lane and Jared. I just think he brings something that we were needing, and that's the key. When you're recruiting, you're trying to, if you can, you're trying to meet needs, and we feel like we've met needs with these two signees.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Thanks.
Thanks, Adam.
Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is CNEagles.com.